Richard Charkin, Executive Director of Bloomsbury Publishing, welcome to the London Book Fair podcast. Now, first of all, Richard, what are you reading at the moment and in what medium?
Major Pettigrew, which is a new novel by an English woman who lives in America. Keep your eyes open for it. And I've been reading it in print, printed in Australia by Allen and Unwin. Strategies
for Transformation is what we're discussing here at the London Book Fair Digital Conference. How do you see publishers transforming their businesses in the digital age?
Well, I think I'd question the question first, in that publishers have transformed their businesses over the last 20, 30 or 40 years, led by financial services, information, legal and tax publishers, scientific, technical, medical publishers, college textbook publishers, school book publishers have transformed their businesses. And I think
But trade publishing less so, of course.
Trade publishing much less so. And I think we can learn a huge number of lessons from what's happened in these other adjacent, if not identical, industries. And I think some of the lessons we learn are that the new business models can be utterly different from the old ones, that the people you need to make those business models work can be utterly different from the old ones, that you should take risk, take chances, you have to invest, these things don't come free, but that the transformation has to affect every single bit of the business. There is absolutely no point creating digital bunkers, if you like, from production, from legal, from editorial, from marketing, sales, publicity. Every aspect is changing, and that's a real challenge.
We're hearing a lot about e-book libraries and about cloud access. Tell me about Bloomsbury's Library Online, which you launched about a year ago now.
The starting point is, can we learn from previous experiences? And one of the successful experiences in publishing has been the creation of something called a site license, which science publishers use to distribute their journals electronically in universities via the university library. The idea of the public library online is to do the same for public libraries. So we've created a series of bookshelves, digital bookshelves, English history, sport, literary fiction, short stories, and a library can subscribe to that, and the data is held on a computer and people can view it through an internet-enabled device. They cannot download it, but they can view it. The payment method, the business model, is that the library pays in proportion to the number of people that they serve, and we charge 0.1 of a penny per person. So a library or group of libraries serving 250,000 people will pay £250 a year. That money is then divided up between the authors and ourselves in order to pay the marketing and everything else. That's how it works. There are some disadvantages, because you haven't downloaded it to your computer, to your whatever you're reading it on, you know that you don't own it. You're just borrowing it and looking at it. And indeed, if you travel on the tube a lot, it'll cut out because you haven't got internet access. So there are downsides, but there are significant upsides, and not just for the reader, but for the librarian, because for the first time, the librarian is able to reach out into the community rather than inviting the community into the library.
Now, the agency model, can you explain to us briefly what that is, what it means? How does it work? What is it?
Yeah, well, we're not absolutely certain how it is going to work. There's been an incredible focus on hardback fiction, best-selling hardback fiction, its pricing in the United States. And it's not clear how this is going to operate outside of that important but not overwhelming niche. As we understand it, the publisher will be able to fix the price and will pay the distributor an agency commission for holding it on their thing and selling it for them, which is fine, and the commission is lower than the discount normally granted to a bookseller, so that's fine. I just find it counterintuitive that the net book agreement should be made law in the United States of America, of all places, on digital books of all things, and in 2010 of all years.
In your opinion, what are the two main challenges facing publishers today?
Can I have four?
I suppose you can.
Thank you. The first two are utterly traditional. The biggest challenge we have is to have good publishing ideas and find good writers and find enough readers to pay enough money to keep the business going. That's three, isn't it? And they don't change in the digital world. They're absolutely the same drivers. The new challenge, the fourth one, is finding the right business models and business partners to take us forward, and ensuring that whatever those models are, that there are multiple routes to market, there are multiple formats for selling, there are a multiplicity of marketing ideas, and sorting that out is not a trivial task. In fact, it's probably the biggest task we face, and it's a really big challenge. On the other hand, we are blessed by being an industry that is, I think, people are affectionate towards it, and they see things in it, and they want to be involved. So, for instance, Google are going to be playing a major role in our industry. How lucky are we to have the biggest, most successful company in the world at the moment coming into our business and trying to sell our products. We have Amazon, who've done a fantastically creative, innovative job over the last decade or so. We have Apple, we have Sony, we have Microsoft. We have all sorts of new people, smaller people coming in, Kobo and such like. I think this is a fantastic opportunity for us to expand the market, because the truth of the matter is that we don't sell very many books. The average book doesn't sell a huge number of copies, and it doesn't sell not because it's not a good product, it doesn't sell because people don't know about it. We have an opportunity now to get people to know about it, get affordable ways of serving that demand, and I think it's just great.